also trying to level up most of my characters to... Yeah, I can't do IO though, because Ito. Whatever it's called. Next goes my dog.
Wow!
Because
it looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of more. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But
it's Pine on him.
We can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like... Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia.
And I've seen people who have played it in a day but have a higher level than me.
Huh? Look! What happened here?
Leave it unconscious.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick!
No.
We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Alright. This is domain. Oh, buddy, nobody's on this domain. Oh, damn it. That's the thing, I forgot that in hands. And hopefully we don't have to fight. I've got the hand and these weapons, okay. Right, let's screw in case if we actually do have to fight. So what in the world is that? Look at that. Okay, right, let's go.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
That sounds like a child.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, Without that, what else is there?
Wait,
Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it.
Great. What a wonderful day.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Whoa, I got this. Attacks are very basic.
Try this.
I can't shoot him. I'm too bad.
Windblade!
Well, maybe he's gonna
You're wide open. Clear shot.
Where's our whale? Right, we got 2 spins in.
Cowering already?
Oh, he's a easy. Come on. Come on, power. What's a blue thing on this?
How unbecoming.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Just so I can run. I'm not.
Try this.
So he's a water guy, then. Water.
So quick to flee.
This guy's easy. I've already got his psychic.
Run all you like.
Because I'm so far away. It doesn't despawn.
Try this. Celestial Voyager!
But the wait.
Shall descend once again.
We need a hero. One shot, man. Character is too full now. I've gone back to the D stage now. We're gonna play the wave game this round. Okay, close, okay, close.
So quick to flee. Careful now. Try this.
I probably got his time left.
Flee. Try this.
I've been missing character. I'm just playing away.
Careful now. Windblade! Careful now. You're wide open.
By royal decree.
No rest for the wicked. Celestial Voyager! How How unbecoming. Run all you like. So quick to flee. Try this. So quick to flee. You're wide open. Try this. So quick to flee. Try this.
I don't wanna like waste my
So quick to flee. Try this.
Insubordination! Oz, reveal thyself!
Celestial Voyager! Careful now.
Like, that's what my god.
So quick to flee. Try this. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You've got a trip. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
I don't even have any ones.
Gotcha.
Be still.
My turn.
I didn't have my move.
This.
Well.
Got you.
Alright, time to get serious. Break!
I'll crush you.
I'm pretty sure I know what to do, right? Yeah, let's go over there. Alright, just go.
Got you. All you do is run.
Insubordination by royal decree.
No use hiding back there.
Yeah!
All you do is run. Wind blade.
I'll crush you!
Got you.
Cascade!
No use hiding back there. Got you. All you do is run.
I may have overestimated myself. Be still.
No use hiding back there. Got you.
This way you shouldn't trust them to it. Or just heal them all the way. I don't know. Alright,
All you do is run.
Break!
yeah, we made it in there.
Cascade!
Got you.
Oh, I can't book.
Be still.
No use hiding back there. Raging tide.
No, I thought out the wrong thing. Go. Yeah. We doing it? What's the problem?
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Oh, jeez.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh, come on. Oh man, I'm having friends with this game I need a new
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
You got one distance. He's not like this.
Die here.
What in the world? Why would I want to look at a book of this stuff? Oh, you're gonna
Windblade!
This drop is fun.
No home for a princess.
Why is that so convenient timing? Hi, friends. Good day. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Die here.
With the wind! Windblade! Cascade! I may have overestimated myself. Windblade! Cascade! Windblade!
Eat this!
Die here.
Windblade!
You're a cut above.
That guy, man.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off.
Damn.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
That's the first cutscene we've had in a while. What?
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Okay, so monster, let's move forward then.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
So we're not gonna question the master. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. We all just watching, right?
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Cascade! That all you got? Looks like I went too far.
Nice and spicy!
With the wind!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Back into it!
Cascade, mind the deluge.
Bubba, get them! You're toast! The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Whoa! It's Madame Pink's shockwave. This granny's...
Which one brings them back like that? I think it's this one, isn't it? Notes. Just gonna have all this.
really strong!
Windblade!
This is I guess this is it.
My duty. No excuse. You're not going anywhere. Don't get in the way.
Windblade!
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
I like this.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them.
With the wind!
No excuse for slacking. My duty.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Windblade!
This isn't good.
Look at where you are, eavesdropper.
Disappear!
I guess this is it. This isn't good.
Not going anywhere. My work.
Be still.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Anyway.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade.
Oh, I'm just really quiet. Okay, right, in that case.
The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
I'm sorry, right, but was it bad speaking? Like a...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
Who names that kid Cloud Retainer? Like, dead on serious. Who names that kid Cloud Retainer?
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well.
By the way, may I say that the only reason I do play Genshin Impact is when I'm bored and legit. And hear me out. I only play it when I'm really bored and I've got nothing else to do. Which, even then, I barely play this game.
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Does not mean that the Liyue do not merely cast your
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense.
Forebears, you said.
This morning.
What?
In the dream, I also thought to tell him, but I dared not.
Oh, Ningguang.
Just skip the whole text.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story the Animal Archon sought to
Each of the 7 nations has its own...
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. Although I am a mere...
There's no one else online right now.
What? I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus.
Wait, there's people with glasses in the game? Like, that sounds awfully wrong.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter.
One second, I'm just signing out something.
Although their blood is weak, the time of contracts between...
Seeing the...
Your line of inquiries...
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond. Fair enough.
Oh, there it goes.
Away we shall, and return whence we came.
I bet I get like tons of XP for this, by the way.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out.
What if he has a floating corpse then?
But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli is going.
I didn't get anything from that. Damn, I mean, that was an easy fight, right?
Yes,
but I'll recommend a Giant, the guy.
Funeral parlor.
I could have got more XP. That is just food. Anyway, let's go look for him. I can't even pronounce his name right. So can we still like keep the abilities open? That'd be sick. So how did people not drown? That's my question.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more.
reward on the road.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to speak to this person, was I? Well, anyway.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my...
Oh.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
Yes.
Twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue the city I had dwelt in for so long? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for anything.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Ah, fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Great. Well, that's a simple task. So, is that it for the story here? What happened to the Mondstadt story? I'm not gonna ask her, I've just been sent on PlayStation.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention to where we're supposed to go. What were we doing? That was unexpected of the game to especially with Charlotte actually being evil and wanting to kill us. That's definitely the most unexpected thing.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Oh, great.
I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel.
Yeah,
still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
I'm sorry, why are we peering into people's conversations?
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? What I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
Oh yeah, frame him, frame him.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hey, isn't this the guy who tried killing me before? Oh, you guys went over. Man, I wish I recorded like Never mind.
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
I mean, they would at least look for the
Did
body.
Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Oh, come on, I just want to get my stuff, man. I better get, like, 1,000 what's it called out of this. Whatever the currency is.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
Wait, but... look at his name.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Yeah, that's Gunyu, isn't it? The fairy.
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Oh, great.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
I actually get to. Paimon, you shut up. Can I actually, like... ...
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Spoke? Right, I'm gonna go to... Come on, man, you could have got anything. You could have got enough for another event here. Any event here, by the way. I don't need Ayato again. I mean, I could get him again, but... Oh, great. I'm gonna go and look around for people. Talk to the people. Well,
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it.
Oh.
But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Yeah, no idea what that was about. Observe the bell, I'd rather not.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Sorry, I'll just go to the funny name guy.
Rex Lapis. Oh, Rex Lapis.
Hey, can you say it name out loud?
Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis.
At the scene. Are you sneaky little... that was unplanned. Zhongling. Zhongling.
Hey, Zhongli!
Zhongling.
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Do I get money?
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax like Mora?
Hey, you stole my question.
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight. As well, the Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the 7.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Okay, I'll just listen again. I've been playing this game for 2 years. I stopped playing it. I deleted
Zhongli,
it.
since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Oh, I thought it was like...
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life,
no skulls uploaded.
The gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people...
But starting from last year, the
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all...
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the ride...
Whoa. That's...
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom. And the Geo... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the...
These are indeed false accusations. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that... Ha. Those... All right then, you wish to know.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your... Since Morax is...
Will indeed have to cease...
This is terrible. We're all about to run out of Mora. The world is coming to an end.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some...
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good logic. It's...
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
We done it. I've got terminal brain damage from that. Not to say I already have it. I already have. So, I said that wrong. What is this? That's not added, I don't get that quest. I just got terminal brain damage just then. I got so confused. That was really a plot twister. I can't... I'm still trying to comprehend that. So... Yeah, I'll never understand, like, that ever. Anyway, let's go ahead and upgrade our character. Damn it. They gave me the wrong one. Right, guys. Moment of truth. Did we get a venti? I truly hate this game. That's the only reason I done that, man. Is to get a venti. Well, I think... Excuse me, what? About 3 stories right now I can do. Complete other quests to begin. Okay, so we have to do Shade Chamber Rising. Dama, is it? Amber Albedo. Diluc. I don't remember doing a Diluc one. I remember doing that one. No, I don't remember doing Albedo either. Amber, definitely. Yeah, I remember Razor, Diluc, none. No, yes. Weird. Okay. Well. Oh, where is it gone? Story Quest L2? Oh, yes. This one. I can't get it though. Ah, right. Tomorrow I'll be able to do that. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. I don't really need to do that, but I'll do that when the time comes. That was a very unexpected ending, let me point that out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Molotov real quick. And we'll call it a day. And I'll just tell you what things are gonna be like on Twitch. But yeah, really surprised. Gonna watch a skull video real quick. So you can tell him. I can't really understand a single word he's saying actually. Anyway, let's go to person that does stuff. Samantha? Catherine.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring. Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
No.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde. Dresses all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before.
Barbados?
Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like his?
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? Eye patches can't prove that you're related anyway.
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya. Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. Perhaps he might accept your commission instead. After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to accept a fellow adventurer's requests. And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. You are the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius, after all. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even now. Well,
Yeah,
as to
popular.
further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence. He stands guard at the city
I just
gate,
came in to get
so
something.
I wish you every success.
Oh, and great, we just started another quest.
Ad Astra Abyss.
So obsessed with D-Luke. Yeah, I just want to claim my adventure rank, you know. That's like the only reason that I came here. Anyway, I'm gonna go ask Mr. Suspicious Man about Lawrence. No, gonna ask Lawrence. I'm trying to think of it might be.
Honorary knight.
Oh, it's not Albedo.
Is something the matter? A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that... Anyways... Oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be going ping pong right now. But I am getting curious. Oh yeah, this guy. Supposed to get something from him before.
What? You need something? Here. I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights or the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too, then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel's Share and have a look.
I wish I had, Diluc, he's probably one of the most powerful ones. Shenling, I completely forgot you were there. How have you been? So we've saved the 2 cities now, and I'm pretty sure I don't really a young female. Oh yeah, that's our sister. Still don't know what she has to do with anything, gonna be honest. Like all the stuff in Genshin Impact just really, it just gives me brain damage. Talking to no one. That's okay with me. Oh, it's emo kid.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just a drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master Diluc's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's Diluc for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today, too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
I think it wants me to say it.
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
Oh yeah, right.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
Where'd he go? I'm not having that person on my team. Ryochi looks like that. He looks like an emo kid.
What would you like?
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling? Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
Hey, don't just fuck that his cover. He just looks like an emo.
That little one beside you.
That's not true, and you know it.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
He was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment. That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensates.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis? I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question.
The unity of Mondstadt's people gave us a victory.
Is that your answer? Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still unknown.
Well, how does he know it?
Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity? So that's your answer? I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods? So, this is your answer then? I understand. As I thought. You really are similar to her. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss. Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too. We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all.
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something. Uh-huh, we're super duper strong.
That manner, it's just like hers.
Okay, this guy is kidnapped.
Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand,
trust this guy.
The Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of... Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
So, where do we go to see this new guy? So is he like in our... No. Okay. Luckily you've got Cheesing back. She's a really good character, but dies too easily. Everyone wants a monster hash brown, so... I never thought I'd have to use food in, Genshin Impact. A massive surprise. If it wasn't for Childman, if we didn't step in to the whole entire flooding incident, would it have went different? Well, of course it would. What would have happened though? Like, would it all have just flooded, or would have Rex Lapis have to go through with it and retire? Because I didn't understand a single word they were talking about before. Anyway, hey Jimmy, I haven't seen you for like 2 days. How you been? Timmy is of course angry at me still, okay, but I killed all the pigeons off camera. Fair enough. Can't blame you. So, do we get to use him, or... Who's Dr. Livingstone? Is that his name?
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the abyss. The Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind. Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Okay, I don't mind. Came out here. Just making a lemonade, you know. I'm not. There's only one reason I play Genshin Impact, and that's I guess you could say. I hate whenever you have to like grind on it. It's just not my type of game. I'm more into story games like Minecraft Story Mode. Love that game. Sad that the franchise isn't gonna have another sequel. Because Telltale's shut down. But underpaying their, you know, customers. They're not customers, no. That would be a good thing.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Windblade! Windblade! Be still. Kamisato up. Suiyu!
die, should you fall.